Let's get into this. This about to be a interesting show today. Mix it up a little bit. Mix it up. Let's get it.
When Evan told me they were coming out with the new 22 handgun, I was like, okay. I just don't get excited about 22s like that. Don't get me wrong. They're super fun when you're shooting them. But I don't lose sleep waiting for the release of a new 22, which was a little weird because FN wanted me to be a part of the launch of this gun. That said, when I finally got the gun in my hands, I immediately turned into Ralphie when he finally got his BB gun.
Oh, it was beautiful. I could hardly wait to try it out.
I was so smitten by the 502 Tactical that I was almost speechless. God, this thing. All right, so I don't know when you guys are going to see this, but I asked them, hey, I'm at the FN thing. I was like, can I see this little thing you're working on? And I was like, and they were like, yeah, sure, let's take a look. And they pulled this beautiful little thing, this little black, beautiful, chocolatey, gorgeous little 22. Look at this. You got, oh my God, you got an extended magazine, 15 rounds. 15. You got a safety with the single stage hammer. You have a red dot. You got a cut plate for the red dot with the suppressor. Can cut out for your red dot and a 15-round magazine. This gun is dripping in tacticalness in a way most 22 caliber handguns can only hope to achieve. The 502 Tactical was pure overkill for a 22, and I love it. The responsible parts of my brain want to tell you that because this gun is like the 509 Tactical, that it's the perfect training companion for the 509 Tactical, and this is an excellent way to get a lot of training reps in for cheap. And all of that is true, but all of that practicality honestly pales in comparison to the sheer enjoyment I got from just shooting the gun. The only thing I can compare it to is the Lamborghini. Aesthetically, the Huracan looks like it will be a handful to drive, but when I drove it, it was one of the easiest cars to drive I've ever driven. That's the 502 Tactical to a T. It's seriously tactical in the best ways possible, but can almost seem intimidating to the uninitiated considering how closely it resembles the 509 Tactical, which is a beast in its own right. But once you...
I get it. Nice. Welcome, everybody who's here and have joined. Appreciate you guys for coming, like, follow, share, and subscribe to your boy DJ Vision. Now, just waking you guys up to some gunplay, boomsticks and freedom seeds. We like those around here. I hope you like them too. Let's get it.
Your guardian, as in 1911. Yes. From Dan Wesson, Chapter 2. Let's shoot something. Woo! How about this guy? How about that guy?
Thinking about getting me one.
We're out of ammo. That mag didn't lock us back. All right. Dan Wesson mag. I'll be darned. All right. Let's shoot some pot. Get started the right way. Oh, man. Look at that smoke. Look at that pot smoke. There's some smoke in that barrel. We'll stir up the fire. That bowling pin. Oh. You think you're getting away, don't you, bud? Well, I got news for you. Dan Wesson is going to pick you off. What'd I tell you? Oh, boy. 45 caliber, so they tend to knock the limbs around on that tree, don't they? Yeah, it's Chapter 2. I'm just going to shoot. I'm not going to talk to you. You wish, right? You wish. Well, maybe I won't talk too much. Oh, isn't that a beauty? Yeah, I just was in the mood to shoot it again and invited you along. good old, because this is my carry 1911. Okay, when I carry, this is it. Lightweight, aluminum frame, ramp barrel. I've gone over all the things I like about this. Maybe I'll link to the second video. We did a suppressed video with it. It's pretty cool. It really is. I still want to find a little fatter grips, maybe some VZ grips, with the bobtail. But that's about the only change I plan to make to it. So I'm still uncertain about locking the slide back. I may have to get a gunsmith look at that. I don't know. That's one reason I wanted to bring it out and shoot a variety of mags again, just have some fun with it. And, do that. So, again, we appreciate budsgunshop.com. Great support of the channel and a great website, Bud's Gun Shop. Also, Federal Premium. That's the ammo that's going through it. It's getting fed today by Federal Premium. Appreciate their help. And if you'd like to learn to work on a firearm like this or many others, maybe sdi.edu is the place to check out. The Sonoran Desert Institute. Take the GI Bill, and you might become a gunsmith. Who knows? Like I are not. Kind of wish I were sometimes. All right, let's shoot this thing. I loaded up some mags. I don't know if I shoot them all, but I got a couple of loaded mags out here. And let's just play a little bit. That one's empty. Dead soldier there. Okay, what are we going to shoot? I don't know. You know me, I like to shoot all sorts of things. Maybe that's why I have such a variety of targets, right? Yeah, steel, bowling pins, cinder block. Cowboy, click. Oh, that we did lock it back. I'll find you. Okay, let's work on that cinder block some more. Let's put it in the holster. Let's pretend that cinder block is an adversary. For my relatives in Kentucky, that means an opponent, the enemy. Okay, pull him out. We chewed him up. We chewed him up, didn't we? Oh man, chewed him up. Chewed him up. How about the gong? Let's put one on the gong. No, let's don't. We're empty. So we still have a slide lock problem. All right. I need some more ammo. Yeah, it went back to Dan Wesson for that to fix it, but it's just not quite fixed, is it? All right, let's I'm going to put several. I know y'all like to see, especially this time of the evening. Sometimes you can see the bullet travel. So I'll devote at least this whole mag to the gong. Unless I miss it every shot. I don't know if I want to miss it 7 or 8 times or not. Let's see. Where do I hold? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, I must be going. Well, let's just hold down a little bit. Let's hold up some. There we go. All right. I need to work on that some more, don't I? I thought I was adjusting my hold properly. I think I was hitting it when I got a good release, and I was leveling it up right on top of it. Let's try it again. Take our time. There we go. I bet that was low. Yep, got to hold right on top and get a good trigger pull. Imagine that. I see a cinder block over there too. Maybe we chew up a little more cinder if I can hit it.
Good shit. Good shit. But let's get into the grease, the grind, and the yang. All right. So let's see. I don't know what y'all think about this.
This case now. This video is brought to you by Beating Black and Blue. Beating Black and Blue. Being a black police officer in America under siege. My brand new book coming out November the 30th, but you can get it now. Pre-order, signed copy, non-signed copy. Make sure you get it now. Signed copies are running out. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. Y'all know how to do all that stuff. I don't need to say that again. Let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about this the Gabby Petito's case. For those of you who have no idea what's going on, a young lady and her boyfriend, our fiance, went across country to do a vlog. I guess a relationship vlog of traveling and doing all the cool stuff. I don't know if they expected to go viral or whatever the case may be, but that's what they set out to do. Clearly, these two individuals were incredibly toxic towards one another. Long story short, the boyfriend comes back without the girlfriend. She goes missing. They just found her body. She's deceased. The coroner ruled it a homicide. We're going to get into that in a minute. Now the boyfriend is missing, not cooperating with police. They can't find him. You know, it's juicy. One of those juicy cases like you see on the crime shows that you watch late at night with your wife. It's one of those cases. Now, I want to talk about it and state some of the things that are obvious that people are missing. Because I think that when you see cases like this, people get their emotions involved and they don't look at it from both sides. So let's start from the beginning. I think that the police department, and this is me in hindsight, I think the police department made mistakes locally. The federal government is a complete failure. But the local government made a lot of mistakes here, right? You got two people going on a road trip. There was a report of domestic violence in the middle of their excursion, somewhere around in Utah, where a person called in and initially stated that the boyfriend, the fiance, was seen beating up on the girl. Now, when the police show up there, there's a whole nother situation that occurred. She actually was going to be arrested for domestic violence assault against the boyfriend. Why, Mr. Tatum? He had no signs, or she had no signs of injuries, no signs of struggle. She didn't mention at all any kind of violent behavior from the fiance. However, she admitted that she had put her hands on him. She admitted to climbing through the window. She admitted to grabbing the steering wheel when they got pulled over, causing them to crash into the curb. He also corroborated the statement to say that she did all those things, and he had signs of injury. So with all of that put together, they were going to arrest her, which they should have done when they were in Utah. If the roles were reversed and that man beat up a girl and she had marks and stuff all on her, he would have gone to jail. He would have gone to jail. Now, I do see why the police officers made the decision that they made. I can see how they went down that path. Now, let me explain. They had probable cause to arrest her for domestic violence assault. They are out of state. They don't live nowhere near where they were at. And they believed that once she get out of jail, she was going to get with him anyway. So what they were going to do is, instead of trying to book her in some jail somewhere in the middle of nowhere, they were going to release them and separate them, which they did. They released them both. They took him to a hotel, let her drive the truck to another hotel where he set up and she could take a shower and do whatever she needed to do, and they could communicate on their own at a later time. The police officers' intentions were to have them calm down, which I think was the wrong decision, because they should have taken her to jail like she should have been, because she assaulted him. And if you look at her mannerisms and character, and I'm gonna play the video. If you look at her mannerisms and character, she was nuts. And nobody want to say that because she's deceased, but she was nuts. She is a toxic individual. She appears to be a toxic individual. The women that are, oh, my OCD and I'm so flustered, but I'm assaulting people. You can't just be upset and hurt other people and make an excuse and say, well, I'm a woman, I got OCD, I was just upset. A man can't do that. He can't say, oh, I have OCD, so I'm violent against this woman. He will be in jail. So she seems to be incredibly toxic. The fact that they don't get along, it tells me that both of them are equally toxic towards one another. So they go on the trip. Somehow they meet up again. He comes home without her. His parents didn't say anything. Now, let me go back a little bit. The couple, Gabby and the fiance, lived together at the fiance's parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
So when he comes back to the parents' house without her, the parents don't alert Gabby's family. They don't say anything. And the boyfriend don't say anything. And once they weren't returning her calls and telling her where is their daughter at, since they went on a trip together,
that's when
they begin to be concerned. And I think probably 11 days later, they decided to call the police. When the police arrived to question the fiance, he lawyered up. He didn't talk to him. Neither did the family. They ain't said nothing. They haven't cooperated. They didn't help in the search. They have done nothing. And now the parents have allowed the boy, the fiance, his parents, allowed him to go off in some park somewhere, on some campground. I mean, that's hundreds of thousands of acres. And now he's missing. Nobody knows where he's at. Now, if I had to make an assumption, he probably went off and he's no longer with us. I doubt he's going to be on the run. I think he went off and he decided how he was going to end it all. But at the end of the day, we don't know what happened at the scene of the crime. Her death, her body was found. Her death was ruled a homicide. Now, a lot of people think homicide means murder. Homicide is just that you suffered your death at the hands of another person. That can be first-degree murder. That can be second-degree murder. That can be manslaughter. Or that can be you getting killed in self-defense. Mm-hmm. Meaning that if you attack somebody and they kill you, it's still a homicide, but it's a justified homicide. So people kind of get confused when you talk about them ruling it a homicide. The key factor is that it wasn't ruled suicide, which means that the injuries and stuff appear to be self-inflicted. So it's not self-inflicted. Somebody caused her death, whether they pushed her off a cliff, whether they bludgeoned her to death. One of those things happened, but it's still not clear where the fault lies. Now, the fiance is not helping this case at all in the public eye or in law enforcement's eye, because he's clearly looked like he's guilty. He's on the run. I mean, he hadn't helped in the search. He hadn't cooperated with police. And this is his girlfriend, whom he loved, that he was driving across the country with. Now, I'm sure that both parents know that both of them are incredibly toxic to one another. But they're not going to say, nobody's going to snitch on their own kid, which is the problem that I have. Nobody's going to snitch on their own kid. Nobody's going to say, oh, Gabby was mentally distraught. Like, I listened to her on the video, and I was a cop for several years, and I know the toxic women like her. She's out of her mind. I wouldn't be surprised if she weren't on depression medication or other medications, because she was out of her mind. Now, they're going to make their son, they're obviously covering for him, but he probably was out of his mind too. A narcissistic, out of his mind type of person. And when these two people come together, this is the result of those things. And their parents both knew that they were probably toxic around one another, but they're not going to tell the news that. But this is one of those cases I thought I'd just do some commentary on. I really wanted to post video clips and all this to get you all excited. But this is just my take on what has occurred. I don't know what happened. You know, of course, the fiance looks guilty, but there could be a possibility that he was defending himself. She's already physically assaulted him before, and she may have gone off the deep end and he blew up on her. I don't know. She may have fallen to her death, that he's afraid that they're going to blame him, so he's trying to avoid it and not talk to the police because, you know, who else did it? Type of scenario. So that could be the reason why he's on the run and why he's doing that. Highly unlikely, but it definitely can be the case. So I'm here to tell people, and I should have said this at the beginning of the video, just take a step back, and before you cast a judgment, just understand that we don't know what happened. Right. Before you cast a judgment, just understand that the last arrest that was made technically should have been made, would have been made against her committing domestic violence against him. She was the one that was violent. And people often forget that women can be violent and be abusive as well, especially emotionally. You know, I would argue a lot of women are emotionally abusive, but men they're not going to report that. So just take a step back. I'm interested to see what comes of this. If I had to make a prediction, he killed her out of rage, or something she said, or it boiled over. She said the wrong thing to him. She got on his nerves, and he said, "Look, I'm gonna kill out here, and I'm gonna cover it up and go on about his life." And now he's on the run, probably finding a spot where he can get eaten by alligators. Or the parents diverted the police so he can skate off to another country somewhere. I don't know. He'd be missing forever. Nobody ever find him. Especially if you go somewhere where there could be alligators, and they'll never find you in there unless it's clear signs of, you know, some unfinished business by the alligators. But I'm anxious to see what's going to happen. This is very interesting. It had nothing to do with race, like Joy Reid said. It's just that this is a compelling, interesting case of, a love triangle. I ain't said love triangle, but a love, murder drama. It's pretty much what it is. So keep your eyes open. I just want to give my take on that. It's been boiling in me all day, and I feel like this wasn't my best video of making it. But you know what? Some of my videos that I hate the most are the most viral. So anyway, take that information. If there's updates, I'll make an update to this. But I wanted this to be kind of a contextual analysis to a certain degree. I love you guys. Make sure you get my book, Beating Black and Blue. Link is in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.
Whatever they want. In Albion, you can be anything you want to be, as everybody has their place in this magical world.
Let's get it.
It's happening, as individuals and as huge groups. If you tuned into any college football games over the weekend, there's a good chance to become the star.
Yeah, you got to watch. I saw that new clip. I said, "Oh, he's crazy. He really think I'm his own." Our patience is wearing thin. I need you to get out on that boulevard and bring me my money. You ain't got here. What the hell is wrong with these people? They really said that out of his mouth. But our patience is wearing thin. You brought him. See.
Well, needless to say, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people have seen that clip by now because it resonates with people. These are the conversations that we're all having. And after seeing that clip, I knew that I had to speak with Megan McGlover directly, and she joins us now. I'm sorry that I got your name wrong at first. Megan McGlover. This thing is blown up on TikTok, rightfully so. Did you ever imagine that we would be seeing times like these in this supposedly free America?
Well, folks, I'm sad to report modern-day segregation is underway. And step one is, of course, censorship, which has amped up since Biden's unconstitutional federal vaccine.
As long as your patience don't get as thin as that hairline, I think we'll be all right.
Phone you just saw.
As long as your patience don't get as thin as that hairline, I think we'll be all right. My patience is wearing thin. I need you to get out on that boulevard and bring me my money. You ain't got pimp. What the hell is wrong with these?
Patient, but our patience is wearing thin.
Oh, his patience is wearing thin, is it? So no one's saying it. But these mandates are disproportionately affecting the black community, who are largely skeptical of the vaccine. So what did the big tech oligarchs do when people start to express their skepticism? Well, they delete you, like Megan McGlover, a viral TikToker who was kicked off TikTok for this video in response to Biden's scolding tone you just saw.
As long as your patience don't get as thin as that hairline, I think we'll be all right. My patience is wearing thin. I need you to get out on that boulevard and bring me my money. You ain't got pimp. What the hell is wrong with these people?
I wish I had an answer as to what's the matter with these people, but there is something wrong with them. So that woman you see right there is an author. She's got a podcast, and she's got tens of thousands of followers. Well, they permanently deleted her account at TikTok and all of her content there. Megan started speaking out, by the way. The story's sad. After someone murdered her mother in 2011, Megan heard the crime unfold. Her and her mom were on the phone. The case is now cold. She still doesn't know who killed her mom or even why. So Megan personally wrote letters to guess who? President Barack Obama and then California Attorney General Kamala Harris, begging for help, asking why so many crimes aren't given priority. She never heard back from either one of them, so she quickly became a powerful, strong voice with now millions of views on her videos. And when she started in on the vax mandates and Joe Biden's oppression, well, TikTok shut her down.
You look like I'm gonna have to get into politics because they done took down my TikTok page. So with millions of views, they done took down my TikTok page. Talking about I was bullying. Bullying who? Bullying Biden? You gotta be kidding me.
Well, can she bully the president of the United States? I bet you can, and I'm happy about it. Megan McGlover is here. Megan, it is great to have you on the program. I'm sorry about your TikTok account, but I'm glad you're here.
Well, you know what? If it gets me here with you, Grant, let them cancel it again. Okay? Let them cancel it again. But you know what? We really have ourselves, we're in a jam. We are in a real big jam. I did a live today and I talked about how, it's like the American people are in a very bad, abusive relationship. And we're going to have to figure out a way to tunnel ourselves out of this. This cannot stand. This cannot stand.
Yeah. Well, look, you are a very powerful voice, and straight talk is what you're all about. I think that's what the American people need to hear. What do you think when you log on to TikTok and see, boom, you're gone?
Well, you know what? This is what really upsets me. What really upsets me is not so much that they deleted my TikTok account. What upsets me is that they deleted an American's TikTok account in America. That's what upsets me. If you want to delete me in North Korea, that's your business. If you want to delete me in Iraq, that's your business. But this is America, Jack. And I refuse to sit up here and allow them to delete. You're going to delete American people? Because this is the problem. The problem is that when Trump was in office, you had a rap song, F Donald Trump. They're going to put up a rap music video on CNN, F the President of the United States. I do a video simply saying, you can't talk to me like that. I never even mentioned Biden's name. And then you're going to erase me. And I am an American within my rights within this country. So I'm trying
Megan,
to
let me
figure
ask
out,
you this.
how does that work?
Let me ask you this, because you are so passionate. This passion, from what I've seen now, started when, and I'm so sorry to say it, when your mother was murdered. The case went cold. There was no action on the case. Like so many victims' families, you were frustrated with what's going on. You write Kamala Harris and Barack Obama, and you got nothing back. And what did that do to you?
Well, it really put so much fire under me because I either had to get some fire or I was going to be so depressed I would have shriveled up and died. So I had to make a choice. And I wanted to make sure that my mother's legacy, I'm so much like my mother. I speak just like my mother. I use hand gestures like my mother. Same thing with my grandmother, my mother's mother. And I said, I cannot allow the legacy of such a wonderful, incredible woman, Wanda McGlover, to just shrivel off and die. I will not allow that to happen. I had no intentions on ever getting into politics, no intention at all, and even speaking up against what's going on with government, because I never thought we'd get to this place. I thought that I was just going to finish my doctoral degree in psychology. I was going to, open up my own practice and do therapy and counseling, write some books and just go on about my life. But it looks like we can't go on about our lives just like we thought we could or like we planned to do so. We can't do that anymore. We, the American people, have had enough, and we've got to do something about it.
Absolutely. And I so appreciate, just as a legacy of your mother you won't let die, you're not letting America die either. You're a freedom fighter. Megan, you keep bullying Joe Biden all you want, okay? And you'll have a platform here. God bless you, and thank you so much for coming on.
God bless you too. Thanks so much, man. You and your family.
Whew. I love her.
Hey, so it's the full version of it. And,
got out of the vehicle. He had a gun pulled. He walked up to my window, didn't identify himself. I had no clue who he was. He told me that if I didn't roll down my window, he was going to put a bullet in my fucking skull. It would.
I'm smoking. See. What have I not went over with y'all? What have I not went over? Give you a little bit of this, but it ain't gonna be too long. You're here with your boy, DJ Vista. But I got to give you some of the realness. You know what I'm saying? Pass it along to my boy Kevin's corner. Let's get it, y'all. 1, 2, 3.
It's corner. And it's Wednesday, y'all. That's right. I'm logging in a couple minutes early so I can go ahead and get my mics together, give shout outs to a couple of y'all. Let me see something. Check one, check one. My mic sound nice, check one. My mic sound nice, check 2. Okay, is this thing on? All right. Yeah, make sure my stuff is running well, and go ahead and find out who's here. So make sure I can see these chats. See, I'm learning because see, a lot of reindeer games has been played with YouTube and others. Okay, so I gotta go ahead and be preemptive and get out ahead of them. All right. So let's see who we got. Oh shoot, Connecticut in the house, Texas. Man, y'all down there in a dogfight, y'all. I mean, I just watched a clip with Ted Cruz laying into some people. Puerto Rico in there. Okay, all right. Now you touching me, man. Puerto Rico, I tell you. I don't know if this is the same person that was in last week when I was talking about how we grew up and we used to hang with all Puerto Ricans, but they had a section in Youngstown. It was almost all Puerto Ricans, and they called it La La Land. They just made it up. Man, we're La La Land. Used to love La La Land. They had a little girlfriend up there, y'all. Yeah, man. I thought I was fresh. Go up there, and her parents would cook me that rice and beans. Amazing. But I don't think her dad really liked me too much, He give me the, hola. Yeah, and that's it. That was the best I can get. And how you doing, Mr. Salsa? Hola. And keep it moving. But the mother would break it all down, and it was great. Yeah, so, all right, let's see. Okay, somebody said Hispanic girl here. Roro? I guess that's pronounced Roro. Okay, see, now when you say your Spanish, it messed me up because I don't know if I need to roll the R or not. Roro? Or is it just Roro? I don't know. But nonetheless, welcome to the show. Who else? Let's see. Michigan. Plenty of rain in Michigan. Somebody didn't check with me about the weather today. It's been raining all night. Right? You know what, man? Come on, y'all. Together. Rain, go away. My show's about to start. Hold on, y'all. See, now y'all done distracted me. This is a shame, y'all. Y'all done got me caught up playing around with rain, go away. All right, let's see. Here we go. All right, we're about to get started in a second. But we still need to sing that song. Rain, go away. Come back another day. That's what we need to be doing. So maybe we can get some relief. Raining and temperature dropping. All right, so here we go. We got about, let me see, according to
your show now, press 1.
Let's go with it. We got 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, Dougie Fresh.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3,
okay.
2,
Me.
Blog Talk Radio.
You are fake news.
Yep, there it is, ladies and gents. I'm pretty sure by now you all know the rules. You all know the standard that we live by at this point, that they are fake news. I can never unsee it. They can never become real news after they've been identified as fake news. They will be fake news until the end of time. Where's Prince? Wait a minute. Until the end of time, you be fake news. You took both his hearts and minds. That's what they did. They have became fake news, and well, actually probably were fake news forever. And then they done spread that virus and all that fakeness throughout a large population of our society. And it sucks because many of us have lost friends. We have lost family members to this mess. They crazy, y'all. They done lost their mind. But there is some hope. A lot of folks right about now is starting to wake up and say, maybe we made a mistake. Maybe we made a boo-boo. I got inbox last night from somebody down in Atlanta, black person. They voted for Trump, but they like, yo, did you see what's going on? A whole bunch of people right now starting to go, yeah, we might have messed that up. Now the sad part about it is they won't admit it. Sad part about it is I hope it's not beyond reversing or repair. Meaning this, the way it looks They're trying to block every avenue to get their butts out of office. See, this is the problem when you let corrupt people come in and start setting up a beachhead in your government. When you had a shot to clean house, when you had a shot to reverse all the corruption, the hidden stuff, Trump came in and shined that light on all of that garbage, and you realize that your crib is not as clean as you think it was. And the Democrats, of course, is trying to make sure that nobody sees their dirt. Now, welcome to Kevin's Corner. It is September to something. Right now is a walking embarrassment. But the sad part about it is the Democrats are going to pretend nothing is wrong with this man as we fumble through this whole period that we're going through. And I really don't even know the alternative right about now. I mean, because Kamala Harris sucks. We don't want her up there talking to these people. And unfortunately, it's sad to say that there's a lot of countries out there that don't respect him and don't respect her. Not just because she's a woman, because she's a bubblehead woman, a money-hungry, greedy for power, deceptive, fake, see-through type woman. So she would get disrespected too, not only by foreigners, but also by us. Let's finish hearing this monstrosity of a speech.
And other donors. Working with countries, technologies to reduce the risk. Similarly, we know the bitter string of terrorism.
Right.
The bitter string of terrorism.
The bitter string, y'all. The bitter string of terrorism. And wait a minute. What did I say? The bitter string. Wait, okay. Now that doesn't make sense. Joe, he gotta constantly be having conversations with himself in his head. Argument, conflict going on all the time in his dome. Joe, you know that's not a word. What? You shut up. I'm Joe. Okay, I've been here longer than you. No, you haven't, Joe. You and I are the same. You know what? Yeah, but Corn Pop, it's gonna be me and you in a minute. I'm not Corn Pop. You made that up on your brain. You shut your mouth. Now come here, let me sniff you, brain. This guy got to be having a constant war on the inside when it comes down to fumbling through this garbage.
I mean, the United States is committed to using our resources. When the earthquake strikes, we're fighting between warring parties, horrific violence.
No.
Wow. Well, it's either heroic or horrific.
Whether it occurs LGBTQI.
Y'all hear that Scooby-Doo moment? And then first, man. Stuck up. That's all I'm saying. All we need to do is to say, you got all these masks now. They got it. I mean, you got all this stuff. You can't slide somebody out there, hit them with a voice modulator that sound like Joe.
The authoritarians of the world.
Wait, what?
The Moldovans.
Attack.
Now.
The authorities? Is that what Moldovans?
Attack. Right about now. Everybody in that UN meeting is probably going, attack. This is the perfect time to attack America. After hearing this dude get up here and murmur around, like, oh, you know what, and this and that, and that. But he's not the only one today. Somebody else is making one of the dumbest statements in a long time. This right here was a hidden gem. See, this one popped up right before the show started. I'm sitting here cutting my clip, and it popped up on the timeline. I'm like, you know what? What's this? I'm gonna go ahead and click on it. And boy, did this turn out to be a special treat, y'all. So this is what happened though. When you are a pander at my door. Oh, Justin Trudeau, y'all. And he does never dance people. So let's hear Justin Trudeau talk about his support of the LGBTQ XYZ negative 3 groups.
Checking first on the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, let's check him out.
I will never apologize for standing up for LGBTQ plus kids' rights to not have to undergo conversion therapy.
Wait a minute. He's a pander at my door. And this bragging politician's name is Justin Trudeau. See, because in the movie, she's doing it. That's right. That is a pander, y'all. Justin Trudeau is a pander. Let's hear that again. Now, didn't this man rehearse this panderation? You mean to tell me they ain't in the panda school or the panda class? That they didn't bring him in action? Let's see Justin, give it to us. I will never stop fighting for the LGBT. Again. He didn't do enough practice on that pandering. So wait, I'm going to go ahead and let us scrutinize it one more again before we move on. Let's hear it. I love it when they get messed up.
Checking first on the Canadian Prime Minister Justin
Give it to us, Justin. I will never stop.
I will never apologize.
Oh, now, you know something? This is what makes it special. See, when you are trying to be serious and you in your midst of delivering your panderism and you have a flub, it takes you completely out of character. You can't even finish it seriously anymore. Nobody's thinking about what he just said. They're thinking about the fact that this panderer couldn't finish that statement. It's like a funny moment happening when it's supposed to be serious and you're supposed to be taking the person serious.
Right.
You know, it was hilarious. One time, an old man Teddy might kill me if he finds out that I told y'all this. But when I was a young boy, he came in my room giving me a lecture, y'all. And you know what? Now, in the midst of giving me a lecture, right when he was about to hit his climax, his pants fell all the way down to his ankles. I don't know. And it didn't slide down slowly. It was like a ghost pulled him down immediately to his ankles. And in the midst of him being serious, I busted out laughing, and so did he. So did he, like, you gonna learn to and he, oh, wait a minute, hold on, let me put my pants on. I'm like, Dad, just stop. Go back out the room, reset, and come back in with your argument, because I can't take you seriously now. Your pants just fell down to your ankles. This is what just happened to this dude. His pants fell down to his ankles, and you can see it in his eyes when he tries to recover.
For standing up for an LGBTQ plus kids' rights to not have to undergo conversion therapy.
Yeah, that dude needs to undergo some conversion therapy, because you hear that whimpering voice after that. I can't believe I messed up that panderation. Now, with that being said, I got to skip to something, because see, we got so much good stuff tonight to talk about. We want to check in with a story that's going on around the country that I thought was kind of a mystery. And but I didn't know that racism was involved in this. I thought it was just a missing persons situation. So let's find out what's happening with this young lady right here.
But first, for the latest on Gabby Petito, we will go to Laura Ingle in Teton County. Wyoming. Laura?
Good evening, Steve. And it is a devastating end for the family of Gabby Petito. Word came this afternoon that the county coroner had been called over to the exact area that the FBI, National Park Service, and local law enforcement have been searching for the missing 22-year-old this weekend. Now, while the coroner could not 100% identify and confirm the identity, the FBI said the remains were consistent with the description of Petito, which were discovered in the area of the Spread Creek dispersed camping area. The FBI, National Park Service, and police have been combing this very specific area near the Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming, looking for any signs of the missing Petito after her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, returned home from their cross-country trip to Florida without her in her van September 1st.
Now, I'm concerned about that. That don't make no sense. Why would that guy come back and just act like nothing ever happened? What happened to her? Don't ask me no questions. Well, how did you get back here with her van? Hey, look, man, don't ask me no questions. Now, right now, this right here is a somber moment for the family. Both of them. They're both young. Hey. Now, all of a sudden, I hear the dude's gone. He's missing. We don't know where he's at. We don't know how she ended up there. I mean, it's just a mess. It's a mess. Two white folks, though. See, and you now have two of the worst humans on the planet. Worst, I mean, they got to be in the top 50. Got to be in the top 50. Okay, you got these folks somehow able to muster up race in this application. Starting off with you know who. My nemesis, Joy Reid, followed by Don Lemon. They found racism somehow in this. Here we go.
Now, it goes without saying that no family should ever have to endure that kind of pain.
Oh, God. Oh, God. You hear the preemptive strike? Okay, I'm going to let you know I'm about to start doing a little race baiting and division, using some of these Marxist tactics to continue to divide the country because I'm being prostituted by the white man who pays my checks. So what I'm going to do now is set it up to make it appear that I'm not trying to hurt the family or insult them or do any of this. I'm not politicizing this at all. No. So I do understand your pain. But here comes the big but, and she is the big but of jokes.
And the Petito family certainly deserve answers and justice. But the way this story has captivated the nation has many wondering, why not the same media attention when people of color go missing? Well, the answer actually has a...
No, that's not one. I didn't have one thought of it. You made me think that. That's your problem. Right. That's one of them things where you're bringing up something that nobody else is thinking about. Right. It's like getting somebody's car coming into their house and you don't notice, I guess, maybe a little lint on the floor. Excuse the lint. What lint? Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the lint until you told me, excuse the lint. So here she is now saying that it makes a lot of people wonder, who are these people? Because when I first heard the story, that was the furthest thing from my mind.
Name. Missing white woman syndrome.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Oh, by the way, it has a name. Missing white woman syndrome. Who made that up? Critical race theory. Fat shaming. Transgenderism. Birthing people. Menstrual people. All of this mess. Who makes this stuff up? Well, race baiters. You know, there it is. Marx's tactics right here. Let's just come up with some problems. And then we throw all these little new definitions to these problems and our problems and make it appear that this is, you didn't hear about this? You've never heard of this? No, because it's not real.
Term coined by the late and great Gwen Ifill to describe the media and public fascination with missing white women like Lacey Peterson or Natalie Holloway, while ignoring cases involving missing people of color.
Good googly moo. Good googly moo. How many of y'all out there, if you watch True Crime, if you watched the first 48,
it's full of what's missing white women. You don't sit there and even talk about,
you know what, I'm not interested. And it's black man is missing. Okay. But white women,
first 48,
you want to know more.
Snap.
Continue. This is
full of what missing white women and black women.
Worst people on the
planet. Care about the
top
color.
50.
Asian women.
Now is Derica Wilson, co-founder and CEO of the Black and Missing Foundation, and Lynette Gray Bull, founder of Not Our Native Daughters, an organization created for the awareness of the missing, exploited, and murdered Indigenous women and children.
Indigenous.
These are folks that, for whatever reason, either getting paid or made their living or making their living from indigenous coming up
you
with
call everybody black.
So
indigenous.
You're sitting back looking at all the major, topics and issues that's going on in the world, and you got to pick one because maybe you didn't get there on time. See, maybe you got there late and they went through all of the big old bag of identity politics issues, and you were late. And what's left in the bag? Nothing. All right, I guess there's only 2 things left. I'm fine. I'll take the Indigenous Missing Women Syndrome or jigger or whatever. What is this about again? Because I don't even know. Man, can you explain? Give me an overall, because I mean, this isn't my real passion. But since I need to find a place to fit in, I'm going to go ahead and come up with this garbage and be on Joy Reid's like she's a professional in this. How many of these folks here?
Thank you both for being here. You know, I bring up this point because there's a case that's so similar. A journalist friend of mine, Derica, sent me this.
Now I have to go and expose some real mode. I'm bringing up this point because I want to divide, because I want to make a problem out of something that's not a problem. I want to find a racial narrative to really keep in the frontal lobe of humans in America thinking that the biggest problem right now in America is race. That's not a pure motive. She's not bringing up this irrelevant case because she's really trying to show the difference in the disparities between white women missing and black people missing. No. These folks that pay my bills are prostituting me, and they say, hey, go out there, Joy, and find something to be mad about. Couldn't you? The race thing, you know what we pay for. Go out there and find some racism, okay? Okay. And here she is with a story that's not even compared to this one.
This story about a young, about some other people that are missing. There's one guy whose name is Daniel Robinson. Daniel Robinson is a young black man. He's only 24 years old, 5'8", 165, black hair, brown eyes. That's his description. His dad has hired a private investigator to find him. He's missing part of an arm. He was last seen driving away from his job site in the Buckeye, Arizona desert on June 23rd. And his case struck me because it's very similar. He's missing in this, same part of the world. It's a case that it has all of that same kind of sizzle. And
I don't think it does. You hear us trying to make this? This is when you got to work hard to find some racism. He lives on the planet, and he's a human, and it's very similar because he's somewhere in the vicinity. Where did she get killed at again? Okay, so how far is that away? Like 1 million miles. Okay, so he's in America. He's in America, and she's making stuff up, but she said they got the same sizzle. Now, do you think that's the same sizzle? Grown man leaves work, drives away, goes missing. Versus a couple who's documenting themselves traveling across the globe, I guess, in a van. The boyfriend comes home. The daughter's just
man.
He doesn't give any details, no information, no talk to the police, none of that stuff.
I appreciate
that right there. If I'm simply trying to find a story that seems a little juicy and might be able to increase my ratings, even if it's a news story,
matter of fact,
interesting than
this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a show your love campaign. And I appreciate you so much. I ain't even gonna lie. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. I will post your stuff. Oh my God. I'll post your stuff right here. You got some good shit. But I'll post your stuff right here. I'm about to bring you up, all right? So, cause I look at your stuff because I'm a foodie, yeah. So, your girl, it's hypnotizing to watch a woman that know how to chop up some damn food. Chop! Chop! But, let me see. Let me see what I want to see. All right.
Our world is divided, and to fix it, I must find the last dragon. Note to self.
And now you the boss.
From the studio that brought you Frozen.
Hold on.
You the boss. Cooking in the mold. Shout out to my people. Cooking in the mold. Yeah. I may eat this, but that may not eat this. I eat all kinds of shit. Shout out. My supporters. I appreciate everybody who support me. I'll promote you. So what you going on? As long as you're doing something positive, I got you. Cooking is always positive for me. Yeah. I love it. You're the king. I love it. I love it. Okay, that look good to me, but it may not look good to you. Yeah. I'm a fat ass. I love all kinds of food. I don't give a shit. Yes. Shit look good. Shit look good to me. Yes. That look good. Good. Let's see. Oh, good. I'm gonna show some more cooking in the mold. Let's see some of the recent stuff that they done did. What is the recent stuff that they done did? Let's get it. Oh, it's coming up in 4 days. They will show you. Coming up in 4 days. Let me see. All right. I know this is good.
Why are you speaking? I think you mixed me. You keep saying. Who is this Cruella? I guess you must hate her.
All right. Hey, I support you. You support me. So that's what we do. Oh, y'all, man.
There's something about poetic justice that's just so.
Oh, my God. Cooking in the mold. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. You gotta get back to what we used to get back to. Living life, smiling, enjoying life, eating good.
Thank you, Kuya.
My man. Hey, you the man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna watch a few of my man stuff. I got some family out here, dude. There we go. Good. Cantaloupe in there. I know that. Oh, what? They look good though. Anything about y'all Filipinos? When y'all have a wedding, y'all eat like crazy. Y'all eat like nobody finished. Y'all eat till you don't stop, and then you drink like you lost your mind. Y'all drink like y'all lost something. Hey. Hey, y'all drink like crazy, boy. Hey. This looks so bomb. Okay. Yeah, that'll make you fat. Ooh, you need it. Okay. Looks like he's coming out like. Looks like he's coming out like. Oh, you know, I enjoy y'all. I appreciate y'all. Like, follow, share, and subscribe to your boy, DJ Vision. It's your boy. You know, we got a whole bunch of people here. I share a lot of things. I do food. I do many things. Right here, I'm gonna show you a good one. Nana curry chicken. Curry. Yes. I don't know nothing about that. Chicken chew. What? How to make steamed egg and chicken chew? That's it. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we could do that. All right, we could do that. We could do that.
Chicken pie.
We could do that.
And what is the biggest seller on here? The biggest seller for sure will be the saltfish pie. Saltfish pie? Everybody loves saltfish. So your pie is what? Aloo pie, and then you put some saltfish in it. So it's like an all aloo pie. And you just add in your different meats, right?
Yeah, man.
And what's the best combo? The best combo definitely be a bacon saltfish with a lot of soup. Big saltfish and soup. Oh, yes, and fried bacon. Fried bacon. Yeah. Well, for sure, I'm going to take the best seller. Obviously, the best seller. And then I like to meat places, gizzard and chicken and fried chicken. So, you know, two combos like the all meat, everything. Any one. Alright, we got a combo. So, guys, check it out here. Saltfish, smoked curry, gizzard. I think this will be the best seller. Because it's done. There's always the best seller. Who buy that? Okay, you share out everybody. You have to share. Yeah, everybody will take a piece. I expect anything by myself. Oh boy, we will share it, boy.
I got you. Yes. You're doing more networking. Yep, I got you.
We'll check in, really get there. I will take a chicken breast. Like garnish. All in a pipe? Why not? For real? You have a problem in the digestion, not enough. I don't have a problem, right? Very nice. Dance with each other, make 5 big. Your mother? I like the part everywhere, man. Who teach you what now, man? It'll be nice. Somebody is auntie, some they say their husband. But 90% they say their mother. Can you teach her to make 5 big? I never make 5. I know, 5 cases. Bad. Yes, right. Can you famous 5 big? How big look very nice? Bacon shot? Talking about this busy. Guys, if you want to check out this place is located right after Bakery Treats. In which one? Rodney Road and Endeavour. Rodney Road and Endeavour. So Bakery Treats there, and right here is the place. Busy spoon.
Very nice.
Greasy spoon.
Alright guys, so we are at the fireplace. That's what we call it.
We're excited.
We're real excited. We went real crazy. What's that time?
Real crazy. So we're real hungry. Can you be any back hungry?
I have
the only stew chicken. Yeah, Kenny. Guys, the stew chicken had to be here because that's the first thing sell out. Full container.
Okay.
So right now we're gonna try a combo here, right?
This is
curry chicken, gizzard, smokering, and saltfish. I don't know what's going on with this pie, right? Oh my god, hold it up now. You cut it off?
Yeah, she cut it.
She ain't cut it good.
Good.
So guys, check out this. Check this out. It's full. It's real nice.
Yeah, real nice. Oh, yeah, nice.
Ready, Kevin? I find it real good. Kevin, what do you think?
Papa nice.
Yes, you did get him.
It's real good. Only maybe one advice I will give them because it's pie. Maybe use boneless meat, right?
Yeah, the chicken have bone.
Chicken and a bone.
I made the only advice, but everything they send amazing. I wouldn't like this combo. I don't know what that is.
I am not really a smoker fan, but the smoker tastes real good.
But I guess that too, Kevin.
I know. Can you go on with that chicken there? You're quiet, boy.
Oh, yeah. These people could really make saltfish.
Yeah, saltfish is nice.
Saltfish, highlighting saltfish isn't the best so far.
I know. You would think with that combo pie like this, you're losing taste of different meat. Everything highlighted in the pie. Tastes really good.
On to the next pie.
There you go.
Guys, so this pie was amazing. We're going to try the cheese pie. Cheese pie.
Cheese
wait. I need to get it.
Hey, y'all gonna see some good food here.
Cheese oozing out here right now. It's very hot. Kevin moving around greedy, so that one give me more
I made myself hungry.
There's the guy with eating in the car right now. But looking amazing. Yeah, Kelly.
Amazing.
Imagine that make a pepperoni pie.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Check out cheese.
God.
I'm like, these people not skimming.
Something similar because in carrot and like people.
Yeah, these people not skimming with cheese people.
Oh.
Trust me. They're not. I tried
I'm outside there, yeah.
Oh yes, this is aloo. So all the pies are aloo-based pies, people.
Just with a different filling.
No. I don't think so.
I can't believe this. We come in a line and 3 man hiding inside of it. Something wrong here, why?
You always have cheese, buy check out cheese.
Okay, so the potato we was wrong. The cheese was we was wrong. It had no potato in it.
Plain classical cheese pie. It's amazing. Nice carrots.
Amazing.
You can't go wrong.
And fresh on this one, the pie itself crunchy.
Oh my God.
It's nice when you process. I enjoy everything so far. I'm still thinking about this swordfish.
Yeah.
That's taste still in my mouth. I really like this
swordfish. Yeah.
Can't go and buy a swordfish.
Let me see.
So guys, this is the main hit. At what?
One day.
It's winning away from home. It's silencing the doubters.
Alright guys, so we here with this guy. He's a hawker dude. And he told me the last video I make with the shotgun and pigtail, I didn't do a good job. And he come to teach my lesson today. So we're gonna recreate this recipe, Ishore style. Right, so we're here and he cutting it up. We have some already pre-cut up. And oh, the man with precision, man. Look at the size and he cutting all even, eh? What's it?
What's it now?
I can't work a blade like that. I got chop out my hand.
Now I'll tell you.
Right.
Okay,
And the left over here, we have some chicken trying out for the children who do eat the pigtail.
Children.
Yeah, roti. They say they 2 in 1.
Actually, 2 in 1, sure.
So you're doing it, cut some fat, right? Yeah. Too much?
Too much.
Alright, so you're trying to make it healthy.
You leaving someone? Yeah, they come.
Yeah, no. I like this pigtail, it's real meaty. What's in your knife ready for my hand, yes? I'll be real sharp, boy. Cut and chew like butter.
Chop. The machete boy. Boom.
On to the next. Right, so what we do now?
Washing out somebody's salt, boy.
Right, so you're washing it out. And this washing with anything?
Nope.
Nothing, that's water.
That's water.
Is it? So we are Auntie Shirley on the inside, or the number see Auntie Shirley. She making some roti for me here. Auntie Shirley, what kind of roti we getting? Toasty. And for all who don't know what toasty is, or having some technical difficulties with my lighted flashing. Toasty is 2 in 1 roti. Okay, so we are in there. Baking powder.
And salt.
And some salt. That is it?
Right.
Simple. Straight to the point. What's the technique how to put your hand in the flour? Me say what that means? Mix up. And then we learn as we go in, eh? So. And you add in some water.
Need any flour now. Don't make it too hard, you make it soft. So you got your more soft and nice.
Right.
Right, it's not hard. Just soft and nice.
So you just need them a little bit.
Put it around together.
Alright. That's what I'm saying to do now. So this way you have better average.
I do it so it's not the average, you know, you average this basin here I have. I have average with this how much roti I will get.
Right.
Right? So I just need this.
You're doing that?
Okay.
He's cooking?
Yeah. Yeah, check the light.
Right. So just portion and cleaning. How are we doing there? Nice. Me?
Yeah.
I come to observe
I'm living in this house,
the cooking techniques of Cinderella people. What is it? So you're about to strain it. We're skimming off some of that water. Right. Right. Now we have water strain. Check it out. A big deal waterfall. Just put this together, or any vegetable oil good. Any oil. Right? So we'll come back again when she's ready, the other part.
Oil.
Oil, right? Yes, some oil.
Right.
Take one of the oil line.
Right.
Put it in the flour here.
Right.
And then stick the other one like that.
One down. Just
One
about.
roti, right? So it'll leave your the first side.
Just get the
So
thing.
it'll have so much.
Right. Daily first step I just do wrong. I just leave it a little bit, kind of cook some and then put it.
I think I don't leave it again first. So that's one.
So I'll the temperature. It'll get that shake.
Yeah. It'll look pretty open now.
Whenever I make this kind of roti, say you open it, I used to open it up with any towel to keep it open part. But I feel like that'll get more crispy too.
Yeah.
Right, so this is the seasoned chicken that Dolly never let me get the sushi season. I think she wanted a high-chi recipe from me. Right, so we're gonna see what she's doing with this, right? Check it out. We go over to that part there. Yeah, that's all by the way. That's all yeah, in there.
Jira.
Alright. So it's some jira base or some curry base thing we're doing.
That's good to know.
Is that Shirley?
Mommy, better than Kevin cooking.
That voice there in the background is a little static we get. So what, man?
The one,
Hey. Ahí está un poco la tía. Bisa despachar a ver. Y pues nada, te queda ahí por el ¿Cómo así la voy a ver?
Y a ver si se quedan como esas pillas.
So that's it. But I fry it para ver. You cover it, or you gonna cover it? But they cover it already spring water.
Yeah.
They don't leave it to fry.
No, cover it.
Alright. Chef. Alright, first look at the pot since we did the cover. Looking real good. We hit it and it over good. You know we being real honest with this.
Yes, I'm not bad. Don't worry.
I know two way about it. So you paid for? What is that, Charlemagne?
Yeah, I'm careful.
Thing without telling me, just like when you do the chicken, check it out.
To my secret, that's one
And the man want to hide the recipe. So these people picked it already boiled. We're going to season. How vibrant the colors, check it out. We sitting down to do. Guys, if you finish product, check it out. Saffron free Jira chicken. We have an export on the side, eh? Meaty. I'll put saffron in the oil for curry. Right, looking. This is some water. Nama aku blur order. Eh? Lewat itu kan mau kita drinking. Ini tu poni gourmet chef. I'm playing the corner. We have the taste and sample. Hi guys. So, roti. I wanted to picture alone, but I'll taste. Hello. I got this picture I shot real nice. It was it actually represented my work. No, I sorry to say that, I sorry to laugh, but fact of the matter is, I get Jackie when I come. This is the best Saturday picture I've ever eaten.
Saturday picture,
Quality. Oh, quality. Texture.
I see these guys obsessed. So they got the chapter and the pigtails, some jerk chicken. So I'm going to test it out. See, that's a nice roti. So let's see if it tastes good. You made hot salad with you this morning. Looking real nice. I love this, eh? Wow. The Satanan pigtail is the bomb. Pepper and rice.
Oh, yeah.
Let me try Jewish chicken. Try Jewish chicken. And we all.
Appreciate y'all. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. We are out. Giving y'all a lighter take. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for coming. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. We got a lighter take on things. I will be premiering cooking in the very near future. Might be the next video. You'll have to check it out. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all for coming. Peace.